Hi all, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany. I am a cut flower gardener in Garden Zone 6A in Hudson Valley, New York. I have Owen joining me behind me. I'm going to take it bed by bed and start direct seeding and transplanting my flowers that I grew from seed indoors. I also have Dahlia tubers as well that I'm going to be planting out today. So whichever interests you of all three of these, whether it's transplanting Dahlia tubers, how to plant them, or direct seeding, be sure to like and subscribe. All of my content is very focused around cut flowers. It's where my passion lies. So excited to share that with you and go ahead and dive in. Uh-oh, you crash? Okay, I'm going to be sharing with you, these are actually the Dahlia seeds that I grew indoors under my grow lights, and I'm really excited. They're looking beautiful. They've already been pinched and they're ready to go out. So we'll take these one by one. Something important to consider when you're going to head to go plant these out is to make sure that the spacing between them is good. They need about 12 to 24 inches in spacing between each individual plant. So I'll show you that as I get planting. And then for the Dahlia tubers, you're going to want to plant them 4 to 6 inches deep, which I'll also bring you in closer and show you as I do that. And then you're going to want to make sure that the eye is facing upward as well when you go ahead and plant them. And you actually plant them like on their side too. So I'll show you that as we go through, but super excited. Dahlias are one of my favorite flowers to grow. They are cut and come again. You can cut them all season long once they're, fully established and blooming. And then you just get to bring them inside all the way through until your first frost date. So I'm super excited. This variety is really cool and special from Floret. And I shared this in my seed starting video. So can't wait to show you what these all look like once they're in bloom in a couple short months. Okay, so I just wanted to bring in a couple Dahlia tubers to show you, but I stored them over winter in my basement, and I used both vermiculite and wood chips, and they all look beautiful. They're still very, plump and not dehydrated, which is great. And then you can see that there's an eye actively growing. So I'll back this up so it's not blurry, but you can see that there's an eye actively growing. So when you're going to go ahead to plant, you're going to dig a hole, and I'll show you this up close, and then you're going to plant on its side with this, which is the eye, this growth here, facing upwards, because that's where the stem is going to come out and protrude through the soil. So another example here, not quite as developed, but you can see right here in the neck spot, that's where the eye is. So again, I'm going to plant this one on the side like this with the eye facing upwards. And then a third example is this one here. So same thing, you can see right here is the eye. So we're going to plant it like this and on its side, and it's going to grow upwards. Okay, so I have just laid them out spacing wise. Like I said, they need about 12 to 24 inches apart. So these ones that are potted up that are already actively growing, I'm just generously spacing them a little bit more. And then my tubers, I'm going to do 4 across. And then I just want to lay it out for an example, but we'll go ahead and get planting. Something to call out is that with tubers, unlike when you like direct seed something, you don't want to water them in. So they will just get planted and then I won't water them. Whereas these that have been actively growing and receiving water, I will water these in after I plant them. So just 2 things to call out there for afterwards, but we'll go ahead and get going. Okay, so now I really just wanted to bring you in a little closer as I plant the tubers. So I'm going to go ahead and dig in here, again, about 4 to 6 inches deep. So this feels good to me with the eye facing up as well. So that's good there. We're going to lay it on its side, and then we're just going to lightly cover it back up, give it a little pat. So it's really that simple. Again, I'm not going to water these tubers in, but I will water in the ones that I just planted on this side that have been actively growing from seed indoors. So yeah, I would just gently put it in. And yeah, it's that simple. And then we will have beautiful dahlias very, very soon. So of course, just make sure you're planting these out after your specific last frost date. Dahlias do not like cold temperatures. They don't like, to be freezing would damage them as well, of course. And then they like the soil to be warmed up as well. So make sure it's after your last frost that you're planting these, but that's truly that simple. All right. So I just wanted to pop in and say thank you for joining me today to plant up my dahlias. I hope this was helpful to you. If it was at all helpful, please like and subscribe. I have so much more cut flower gardening to come in the future videos. Again, I'm going to be sharing what worked, what didn't in my direct sow method. I'm also going to be sharing what I'm transplanting from my indoor seed starting series, along with what I'm direct seeding in my garden as well. So that will be a separate video that you should be sure to check out if you're interested in growing cut flowers. But excited to have you here, and I'll see you in the next one. But again, start anywhere, start somewhere, start anywhere, and get growing.